I'm going to talk about something which affects me a lot and will almost certainly affect you a lot as well, and that's reputation. I want to talk about reputation from a social level and not from a fame level where it's more often depicted. Now at the start of my last video I said the phrase that people love evidence, and today I'm going to use the phrase people hate change and go from there. But there's quite an obvious answer as to why people hate change, and that's because if things stay the same we create a level of consistency. And from a level of consistency, that basically means we surround ourselves with things which we recognise and things which we know. And if we have this level of surrounding, then that gives us a sense of security. And from a sense of security, we get a sense of comfort. Therefore, if you change anything that's around you, you lose that sense of security and you no longer feel quite as comfortable. And that explains why we have favourite places or specific friendship groups, and why we hate it when these friendship groups break down. But the thing is that human beings are more complicated than walls or bricks or daily routine. And so our minds have to get around this problem of complexity. And we do this by categorising. We call certain people nerds or populars or whatever, just to satisfy our need to surround ourselves with things we can recognise. And furthermore, we then further associate these groups with having specific traits. And we as a society are happy when we think that these groups do these certain actions. When I asked a girl out last year and she said no, later on I accidentally overheard her friends talking about it, and the reaction I got was, "What? Nerdy, debatory, George?" Before you think this is a bitter rant against popularity or populism, it isn't, because I'm aware that I equally judge people in this manner. There are certain people who I just fundamentally dislike for no other reason than they're popular. And so I think they act in a certain way. And we're talking about people who I've basically never or rarely spoken to. But just because it's understandable as to why I think like this, doesn't make it right. Now you may think that a popular wants to sleep for you on a first date, or that a nerd's idea of fun is to go train spotting. But maybe said popular just wants to sit and watch a film, or this hypothetical nerd loves to go out partying. So if you can, try speaking one-on-one to someone that you've categorised, and you will see that there is some part of them you can empathise with. But more importantly, focus on your character, not your reputation. Because your reputation is what people think you are, whereas your character is who you truly are.